What habit that your spouse or partner has that annoys you the most? When she is drinking coffee and goes, after every sip. I feel like leaving forever every time. Yes. And not just coffee with mine. Every bite of every meal. Used to drive me bonkers. Now I have kids, and it's a total inside joke. She had no clue why we are nudging and giggling. My wife will stand in the living room and chug an entire bottle of water and smack her lips and go, I've considered divorce. She asks my opinion on some mundane thing, often that doesn't affect me, then disagree with me. Which top should she wear? What time should she leave to get somewhere? Will she like a certain show? If I say both tops are great, she pushes me to answer, then argues with me when I finally choose. Not a fight, she just disagrees. I get that she's just figuring it out in her own head, but it drives me crazy. It's become almost a running joke. I'll ask her, is this one of those things where you need to know what I think so you can do the opposite? It's mostly in good humor. Mostly. It's a pretty small thing, but it drives me completely crazy. Yeah, I've just explained one of the things I can't stand about my job as a manager at a paint store. I'm not a personal home decorator. People ask me my opinion on which of the 10,000 shades of grey they should get, and always, and I mean fucking always, choose something else. She routinely leaves little trash on the kitchen counter, the easy open tier tops, wrappers, lids, etc. There is always a trash can a few feet away, it just doesn't seem to occur to her to use it. I feel for you so much. My spouse leaves wrappers on the counter when the trash can without a lid, mind you, is right next to her, and I watch her do it standing right next to her. She will open a can with a pull tab and leave the lid on the counter. I love you, but the trash is right there. My husband as well. He calls all yogurt gogurt and it really upsets me. Sorry, but this was funny to me. This is both absurd and completely understandable. She has this tendency to use only pronouns. Constantly. Hey, I talked to them this morning, and it turns out we don't really need to do anything until Sunday. Me, what? Sunday, all we need to do, if meet them at the place up in the city. Me, what? Oh, and while we were talking, guess what happened? Me, what? It turns out she isn't going to date that guy. Her and her sister had a long conversation and she doesn't even like eating at the place we used to go to anymore. Me, what? What are you talking about? You know, Alex and that guy, what's his name? Me, am I having a stroke? Not closing doors behind her. Start talking to me when I'm clearly leaving the room. Being way more thoughtful and kind to other people, making me look bad. I hate that last one. My fiance is the same way. That grateful amazing dogilla bitch. God, I love her. Start talking to me when I'm clearly leaving the room. She wants you to stay. A man's gotta pee sometimes. 2 things. He seems unable to zip his pants. I have to remind him if we go out in public, and he can't seem to shut kitchen cabinets and drawers all the way. Why? Just why? Sounds like he needs to go in for service. He needs an update patch. Mine too. Dunno why, because he's otherwise pretty intelligent. She asks questions before looking for an answer, which is usually right in front of her. Answer, I don't know babe, but you're smart. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Bug, I so relate. Him, so what's going on in the world? Me, I dunno, babe, you have a cell phone in your pocket, why not check Google News? Ater, quite possibly. Talking in the other direction, especially in crowded places, when it is loud, and mumbling the words. I can't hear you like this. I've told him a million times already, and he also knows that I can't hear as well as he. I have a problem to understand words. I can hear them, I just can't. I don't know how to describe it. I need more time to understand them. Last time I told him that I just ignore whatever he says in the wrong direction, and he got offended. Arg. This is my wife so much. She is in a room downstairs while I'm upstairs with my son babbling to my face and gets upset that I don't get what she is saying. He puts his dishes in the sink without wiping large bits of food off of them. We do not have a garbage disposal. He has never had a garbage disposal. And then on top of that, He never cleans the sink drain when said large bits of food inevitably find their way into it, just keeps using the sink as normal until there's a swampy mess of water that can't drain because there's too much food in the way, and even then, he'll just leave it and hope it eventually drains in its own time. Always my job to clean up the chunks of old food, so I now make a point to check the sink every day, even if I haven't used any dishes. It's disgusting. And yet, I'm so incredibly grateful that this is the most annoying thing he does. We are ridiculously compatible in so many other ways. Food bits in the sink is a good problem to have. Grocery store follies. Get a cart. No, not that cart. Go in front of me. Faster. This way. Stop following me with the cart. Leave the cart there. No, there. Where's the cart? Get bread. No, not that bread. Crackers. No, not those crackers. What? Why are you asking me to choose the crackers? Faster. Stop. Get in line. Not that line. Stay in line. I'll be right back. You checked out? When she exits the shower, she makes no attempt to dry off before walking all over the bathroom and bedroom to find her clothes. I can't stand walking on wet carpeted rugs. My wife does this. Cuts off the water, opens curtain at the same time, steps right out soaking the bathroom, throws a towel around her head then walks out. No drying at all. Then at random times will ask if I walked the dog, thinks might have pissed outside of the bathroom because the carpet's damp. He always starts talking to me the second I turn on the hairdryer / runner tap / walk towards the bathroom. It absolutely does my head in. You're not alone. Does he complain about having to repeat himself? Every time she wants to dye her hair back to red, black, brown, blonde or Californian yellow, those bottles smell worse than boiled cauliflowers. Their compliment criticism ratio. I know she likes me and admires many of my qualities, but she doesn't always tell me that until I'm already upset. I can really only deal with criticism if I also get some confirmation too.